be a scorcher the last time these two teams played. The Bruins run 1-3-1 against the Inferno. Inferno have improved a lot, so too the Bruins throughout the last 5 rounds. And we're looking forward to a cracking game tonight. What do you think, Ross? What's going on?
Well, we're always looking forward to Pro League. There's no doubt about it. Friday night's hockey night, double games, and they should be absolute crackers. And as you say, Carl, Bruins v Inferno should prove to be a very tight contest. The teams just mix up from week to week. The Bruins get back Jordan Warren this week, who was missing last week, and he's certainly he attracts the puck and he attracts the net. So he'll be a welcome addition back to the Bruins lineup. So on the opposite side of things, you've got the Inferno, who have been playing well, but tonight they're without Hector Vilnik, who's one of their obviously one of their key forwards in the Inferno team, in the MOAT Inferno team. So they're also missing Travis Woods. And unfortunately, and this is really going to hurt Inferno, their goalie Seb Woodlands has gone down with an injury, which is going to see him miss the rest of the season. So that's very unfortunate news for Inferno. So they've got Robin Rinyarts, who'll be in net tonight, but they're searching around for a backup goalie to help Robin through the remainder of the season. But the Bruins, they've got Chris Leatham and Brian McKenzie. We're not sure, haven't been given the word who will start tonight, but both very accomplished goalies and have put up some good performances through the season so far. So the Bruins just having a bit of a warm-up pre-lights on at the moment as we wait for the MOAT Inferno to make their way out onto the rink. But Carl, from a team point of view, and from we're getting into the home stretch now. Short season, round 6, 9 rounds. Only top 3 of the 4 will play in the finals, and Inferno are really sort of in that danger spot, which is last, but only 1 point I think separates them and the Elwood Snipers, who threw away a bit of a win last. They had a win in their grasps last week against the Bruins, and unfortunately failed at the last post with a shootout loss to the Bruins.
That was a very spectacular and an exciting game, that one. The Snipers with that very commanding lead until the last 10 minutes of the last period, when the wheels fell off a little bit. But I think certainly with the Inferno missing out on Hector, he's a big playmaker for them. But I think they're still going to have some fairly potent defence with Andrew Bellick combining up with some of the other lads there. Whenever they get the puck and get moving, they're pretty hard to stop. So I'm pretty confident that the Inferno can put on a pretty good show. If they get any penalties against the Bruins, though, the Bruins with that very, very effective penalty kill, I think they're still sitting at about a 90% PK percentage, which is really, really good. They hold a really good structure, and they're very hard to score against when they decide to make life difficult for their opposition. We're just seeing the Inferno getting themselves out on the ice now in the white with the red. The Bruins, of course, in their sort of yellowy orange, with my 50-year-old eyes trying to tell exactly what colour it is. I think it's kind of an orange.
Pretty much flat out yellow, I reckon.
I would have said orange, but
okay.
Perception is in the eye of the beholder, of course. So yeah, it promises to be particularly good. I'm looking forward to seeing Jordan Warren getting really active for the Bruins.
Thank
you. And Kevin Peng too, who's been quite effective too. So looking forward to seeing him really light it up this evening.
Yeah, Kevin's a terrific young defenseman who has showed his improvements this year, and makes the odd error, but it's an error made through learning, and he's that sort of kid that he doesn't do the same thing twice. I'm sure he won't score an own goal.
Well, this is such an amazing opportunity for these younger players to get to play with such high caliber players as well. I mean, you got guys like Peng mixing up with Tommy Powell and so forth, and that's a great opportunity for them to learn at this level of full contact hockey, and it's an incredible opportunity they've got to develop and improve as players.
And so tonight we've the officials, we've very pleased to be able to announce that Jeff Scott has come down from Sydney for this game. One of the nights that Jeff's available for Pro League. So we've got him officiating on his own in a 3-man system, and with great experience behind him with Andrew Crowther and Fraser Olsen on the lines. And next week Fraser will be reffing, and the lines will get shared amongst a couple of others. So we've had some really good quality officiating, which obviously players appreciate. that. And, even if it's not good officiating, you've still got to take the calls and get on with it.
The referee's right even when he's not right.
Exactly.
So never argue with that. Have you ever heard of a referee changing their mind because of an argument? I don't know that it's ever happened
not really.
in the history of any sport.
I like it when players complain. The referee, oh crap, and the first thing I ask a player when they complain about referees is I say, well, I assume you had a faultless game and you didn't make one mistake through the whole 60 minutes that you played. So if you've done that, then you've got every right to have a complaint about the ref. But I doubt it.
That's the whole percentage game, really, isn't it? The player will make a dozen mistakes a game and a heap of lost opportunities, and the referee makes one. It's kind of the same with the goalie, though. If you think goalies, they make a mistake, everyone gets to see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas a winger makes a mistake and it's a lost chance and not such a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we get ourselves ready for the start of this game. Round 6, as you say, it's zipped around pretty quick. We've got the ladder leaders next, the CCM Reservoir Dogs against the Elwood Snipers. And we'll talk about that game towards at the conclusion of this one.
Yeah, Friday night's a cracker tonight, that's for sure. It's going to be really, really exciting 2 games. When they get started.
Yeah, we just wait for the got the young puck boys out onto the on the rink at the moment, picking up the pucks. Young Julian Lau and Tom Fiolka, who've come down tonight and got themselves a bit of a skate on the rink.
It's certainly a good sheet at the moment. The ice is really nice and cold and hard. I was skating on it earlier today, and it's an absolute tribute to the boys who maintain it. It's looking really good at the moment.
Yeah, it's one thing we do get. The players really do enjoy the sheet. The puck moves nice and fast. So here we go for the start of the game. The Bruins versus the MOAT Inferno, and Brendy McDowell winning the face-off back to Jackson Lane, and a little tip in from Matt Knox sends the puck down deep, and young Max behind there gets hassled out of it by Brendy McDowell. And Jackson Lane, that's Matty Knox, and we've got an interference call by the look of it. Early days, young Max, who doesn't mind
mixing it, does he?
Doesn't mind putting his body in there, the young fella. He's only 17 years of age, young Max Astafiev, and he'll have a 2-minute penalty for interference. So a chance for the Inferno to get themselves on the board early in this game. So
they will find themselves up against the best penalty kill of the competition with the Bruins. They're at 90% at the moment.
Yeah, so does that mean they're closer to letting one in, or just they're just very good at killing?
Well, it depends how you look at the maths.
So here's Brendy McDowell, brings the puck out to Austin McKenzie. Austin cycling around, drops it back, but that was well picked off by Tommy Powell. He read that like a book. Oh, there's a stretch pass on there. No, it's missed Stevie Bellick. Brings it back over. Whoa! That was coming straight at my face. Lucky there's glass there. So Kevin Peng throws it out, but not out far enough. And Matt Knox steps in, has a bit of a fluffer shot, and goes out to the corner, sends it back around in behind. We've got a late hit. I think another penalty call here on the Bruins. So we've got Jackson Lane with the puck, throws it in, and a save made by Brian McKenzie, and we've got a late hit on Daniel Matchin.
Matt Knox there has been making a lot of play and setting up some opportunities, good cross passes, and a couple of nice early shots on too from Matt. He's lighting it up so far this period.
All right, so 5-on-3 for the Inferno. They're going to be they're going to have to like their chances here to score. So this is going to test the penalty kill of the Bruins. As the puck pops around, and Andy Bellick brings it back out. They've just got to get their possession here and move it around. Jackson Lane goes across to Steve Bellick. Steve Bellick back to Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane takes a shot, hits a deflection off young Jacob Laver, and that goes into the net and wastes a bit of time for the Bruins. So if they play this smart, they'll maybe get kicked out of the face-off, waste a little bit of time on that one, but that's what cheeky old dogs do when they get out there on a 3-on-5. So here's Jesse Thompson over to Steve Bellick. Steve over to Jackson Lane, shot on low, deflected away by Brian McKenzie. Birchley gets in on it, trapped off by Jackson Lane. Another shot on up high Jesse Thompson, he's on it. And
Back to
now
4-on-4.
Max is out, so now it's a 5-on-4. Well kept in by Jackson Lane. Brings it over to... Oh, wow, nice shot, Logan Gallagher. No, yes it is, Logan Gallagher with a snipe from the side. And he went long side on Brian McKenzie and scores the first goal of the game for the MOAT Inferno.
And that's not going to be... The Bruins won't be happy about that, but they will brought down to 3 players for that PK, which is a difficult kill. And just as they came back to 4 on that, that goal was snuck through by the Inferno.
A nice little, a really nice snipe by Logan Gallagher, one of the bright youngsters in the league. So Inferno attacking again with Matt Knox sending it down deep. Machin brings that puck back over to Kevin Peng. He gets it out to the middle, and Todd Cutter on the left wing bringing it down the side. Bit of pressure by Matt Knox, well played. Gets that back again. And Austin McKenzie, the experienced defender, forward actually, brings that puck back in again. So the Bruins just trying to keep it in, but they have to come out of the zone and now send it back in again to the corner. Todd Cutter going in, gives a flick back to Machin. Machin sort of gets a half shot, and Brendan McDowell, who Austin McKenzie was just steered offside a little bit there. And so we'll have a stoppage in play.
Yeah, McKenzie, you could see straight away in his eyes, this guy, I didn't mean to do that, sorry guys. I always get interested to see when Steve Bellick gets on the ice in defence. He's such a general from the backboards and controls the game so well when he sets things up. He's on at the moment.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything unnecessary, Steve. So here's Jackson Lane, tries to drop it back, but Tommy Powell again reads it very well and brings it around to Max, and that puck comes out. Matty Anderson, nice little puck handling skills there, but poked away, and a nice pass over to Jackson Lane, I think. No, it wasn't. And now Tommy Powell, he's away and down on the right wing, and he looks across to the middle. A nice little pass, but Jeff Klink couldn't quite handle it. Now Alex Rose sends it back around to Jeff Klink. Jeff Klink goes back again. Jordan Warren in front. Oh, lovely little wraparound, sliding it under the carpet and through the legs of Robin Rinyarts. So Jordan Warren puts the Bruins on the board with a nice little goal.
So Warren taking advantage there. Just a little bit of a lapse in the Inferno's defence. They didn't quite shut down that opportunity behind the net. And the player gets down below the red line, and got to make sure they've got no chance to get through. And it all ended up being a little bit easy for him there, I think.
Yeah, straight through the 5 hole. He was Brian was looking to stretch his leg out a bit, and Warren just waited on him and just put it through the open space. So here goes the 2 youngsters, Jesse Thompson, Kevin Peng into the corner. Kev Peng loses a bit of an edge there, but fights for the puck well. Wins possession back, gets it up to Todd Cutter. Todd Cutter pushing up through the middle. He tries to get it across to Isaac Norris, but cut off by Logan Gallagher. Logan Gallagher over to Jesse Thompson. He steps over, just tries to throw it down on net, but Daniel Machin gets in the way. Over to Birchler. Birchler, he's looking to get it out of the zone. Comes into the neutral zone. Trenton Delvine onto it, and comes back to Machin, who gets it up to Cutter. Cutter throws it down into the corner, and well chased by Machin, who goes into the scoreboard corner. He's met by the Inferno player, and now comes back out again. Todd Cutter throws it back in again, but cut off well by Austin McKenzie. He gets it. He gets that over to Evan Krustolev. So we've got the couple of the Russian boys here tonight playing. So that's going to test our linguistic ability, Carl.
Yes, it will.
So
he's good young player, that Evan. He's done a pretty good job of moving up from juniors.
Absolutely, he's not afraid, and he'll lay a hit, and he's not afraid to take a penalty in the process. So he's one to look out for. So nice little move by Matt Knox, but he's cut off there by one of the Bruins, and we go back into the scoreboard corner, and Maxon throws it back in again, and shot on goal, saved by Robin Rinyarts, and now here's Jack McCoy was doing battle, but as the puck rolls down the far end, it's clear, so the Bruins will get a chance to bring it back. Alex Rose, he likes to get his wheels going. He comes up to the right wing, but chips it forward to Jacob Laver, And it's a race on in 2 for the puck. Jackson Lane wins the race. Back to Kevin Peng. He tries to get it back to Jacob Laver, but then it's moved out. And here's Sean Jones. Sean Jones, a nice little pass across to Matty Anderson, who steps in on the doorstep. And Brian McKenzie loses his helmet. So we'll have a stoppage on play.
Just a little bit of the momentum flowing towards the Bruins. They're doing a good job of keeping the forecheck up and depriving the Inferno of an opportunity to get out of their zone at the moment. That's going to pay dividends for them as the Inferno start to tire a bit.
All right, Brian's all ready to go, so off we go. So Steve Bellick, nice little shot down low and out into the corner. Matchin gets onto it. Pressure from Matty Anderson. Steps in. Tommy Powell steps in. Bit of a slash there and is picked up by Jeff Scott. So Matty Anderson is going to have a little sit. Tommy Powell holding onto the puck with experience. Over to Jordan Warren. And now they got the goalie off and they got 6 on 5. So Jordan Warren stepping across the blue line. They'll be looking to hold onto the puck and try and set something up here. As over to Matchin, and Matchin looking at, it loses a handle. I think it was going to pass and gets it back again. Jordan Warren keeping possession of the puck here. And now the Inferno get a touch on the puck, a bit of possession. So that's enough to send Matty Anderson into the box for a slash.
It's always a great opportunity when you do have the sight to see the goalie coming off and getting that extra pressure. It's almost like a bonus penalty if you think about it, because now you've got numerical advantage for even longer.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is possible to be scored against, though, in that situation. There was a NHL game not long ago where an unfortunate Capital went to pass back, stuck it into his own net. It's very embarrassing.
All right, so here goes Matt Knox on the penalty kill, looking to do a bit of damage for the Inferno, but it comes back. Austin McKenzie takes possession, trying to waste a little time with it, but gets taken away by him. Tommy Powell steps over the blue line, gets a bit of pressure from Delvine. Oh, angle shot. Oh, puck sitting right out in front, but well cleared out by one of the Inferno players. And now the Bruins will look to come back again as Max gets it over to Rose. Rose gets a tip over to Laver. He sends it down, wins the race back, and but can't quite get possession of the puck. We've got a number 9 out there, and we've got Dylan Phillips, who was not going to be available, so I think someone else might be wearing his jersey who's out there. So we'll get up on that one shortly, but it is Andrew Erzin.
Inferno a little bit lucky so far in this penalty kill. There's been a couple of little bobby rebounds bobbling around in front of the net. They haven't quite been able to put away.
All right, so let's see if the Bruins can make something of the kill of what they've got left of it, which. We don't have our penalty scoreboard on our new flash dashboard, so we'll have to wait until the gates open. So here goes Inferno with a clearance out down to Brian McKenzie. He flicks it out to Daniel Matchin. Matchin gets his wheels going, and nice little check by Logan Gallagher there as Matchin tried to dance around him.
Nice separation of man from puck, absolutely. It's beautifully done.
So Todd Cutter now 5 on 5. They're back, so we're at full strength. So both teams. So now the Bruins looking into attack, but Jackson Lane gets back. Sends it around to Jesse Thompson. Jesse Thompson goes back around behind the boards, and Steve Bellick steps into that one, chips it up to Logan Gallagher. He can't get possession, but Alex Rose for the Bruins can. A little touch on it by Birchler, and that rolls down to Robin Rignarts, and we'll have another stoppage in play.
It's interesting to see what sort of defensive zone face-offs Inferno are going to use in this game when they line up, where they put their wingers and how they move at the drop of the puck. It affects a lot about how the rest of the game pans out when the defensive zone face-off takes place.
All right, so here we go. Trenton Delvine looking to get in there and mix up a bit of action, but Jordan Warren flicks it across to Birchler. Birchler over to Max. Oh, nice move, Maxim, and he takes a shot, and that's deflected away. Oh, throws it out in front, which is dangerous for the Inferno, but they get possession. Jesse Thompson takes it behind the net, and then swings it back around to Trenton Dalveen. He looks up the middle, but misses everything. Brian McKenzie comes out and plays it. Alex Rose will settle down. Now he comes out behind the net. He'll get the wheels going as he goes up right through the middle of the rink, steps out to the right wing. He's going all the way and brings it back, takes a settle down, but throws the puck back out and it comes out of the area. So Max picks up and goes across to Jordan Warren. Jordan Warren throws it over. Alex Rose gets in the way there, and nice little saucer pass over to Tommy Powell, and Tommy Powell has a battle with Matt Knox. Matt Knox pops him back, and then the Bruins have scored. I was keeping an eye on Tommy Powell, who'd been set on his butt by Matt Knox. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I think that was Jordan Warren again, who's just stepped in nice and easy and just goes top shelf.
Yeah, I don't think anyone knew where that one was until it was in the net.
That's he's got the ability to do that, Jordan Warren. He's got very little body movement when he shoots the puck, which is a skill in itself. And goalies are very unaware that when he's about to shoot, which makes it a lot harder.
It's a good play from Inferno there across the front. The referee's got his hand up again for another penalty.
We sure do. We've got another interference. So it must have been, I think it might have been off the puck. Jeff Klink, who is a referee himself and has reffed quite a number of AIHL games. So it'll be interesting to see whether Jeff Klink agrees with that call.
He's not shaking his head. I think he's fessed up. Yeah, I did it.
If a player comes in smiling, they know they got caught.
I've been doing it all day, Your Honour. It's the first time you've seen me. So we get that Bruins penalty kill again. Last time it wasn't as successful as it has been, but they do a very good job.
Well, if they're at 90%, they've got another 9 in front of them before they'll let in a goal. So they should be pretty comfortable in this spot at the moment. And but Inferno really they need to try and get one back here. They're 2-1 down, and 2 minutes 40 left in the first period. So they're going to be pretty keen to score here, as the puck doesn't clear out. Sean Jones steps around, gives it back to Andy Bellick. Andy Bellick out on the right boards there, gets it back to Sean Jones up high over to Matty Anderson playing that left side. They're looking for an opening here. The Bruins are shutting him off pretty well as Brendan McDowell goes across to Jones, and Jones is shot on, but that gets put aside. Gets it back again, so Jones out to Matty Anderson. Anderson looking up the middle over to Jones. Jones will shoot from there. It gets blocked, and then puck bobbling around, but comes back out again. Jackson Lane gets it out to Matt Anderson. So again, another opportunity for the Inferno. Bruins are shutting him down quite well. They're not giving him a lot of space as Brendan McDowell takes a shot. Matchin gets some stick on it and throws it out. And the Inferno will have to reset.
Matchin had a bit of a heavy collision there, or a fall. He's come off the ice looking pretty second hand. Be interesting to see how he pans out for the rest of the game.
All right, so Jones steps over the blue line, throws across the middle to Andy Bellick, screaming to the net, but didn't quite get enough stick on it. He brings it back out to Sean Jones as they settle down again. As out to Jackson Lane, out to McDowell. McDowell steps in, looks to Bellick, and then it bounces back to Jones. Jones goes back to Bellick, and they're again looking for an opening. Goes to McDowell in the middle. It was a bit too busy then. There was quite a bit of traffic. And Jackson Lane will race back and picks it up and gets a bit of pressure from Isaac Norris. He goes over to Austin McKenzie. He gets some legs going as he comes out through the middle and all the way down to the end. Beats Alex Rose to a great work, Austin McKenzie. Brings it out the middle, and Matt Knox gets us out to Steve Bellick. Back to Matt Knox, who's in the corner looking to throw one in the middle, which he does, and Austin McKenzie onto it. But nice save. Good block off by Alex Rose, and we think we've got a net off its moorings. Is that what you call it? Or is that a boat?
I don't know exactly, but the Bruins with a successful penalty kill were very well disciplined, and they held it together. About the only way you're going to really break that penalty when they've got penalty kill with 4 on is when you draw them into an aggressive forecheck, or even the possibility of a shorthanded goal, and that's when those structures can fall apart.
Yeah, well, they've got the penalty kill down pat, the Bruins, so with a couple of goals on the board as we head towards the end of the first period. The Inferno are going to try and get another shot on by the end of the expiration of the clock, but I don't know that they will as we wind down, and that is the end of the first period. The Bruins 2-1 up, and we'll be back in a minute for the second period.
I'm a king of the bits, they never seen this before. I gotta give them the script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, it's go time, it's a goal.
High five. All good. All right, here we are, back for the second period of the Bruins MOAT Inferno game, and away we go with the Bruins winning the face-off back to here's Kevin Peng, who steps over the line, but Tommy Powell just got himself stuck offside.
This a game that certainly could go any way. It's by no means an unfair or an uneven competition at the moment. Both teams very evenly matched.
Yeah, definitely. So Kevin Peng throws it back down, and Jack McCoy looks for a pass out to Logan Gallagher, who scored the Inferno goal. He throws that down and deflected away to into the corner by Brian McKenzie, and now the Bruins looking to get out through Matchin, but Trenton Delvine gets it down to Gallagher, and then Delvine gets possession of it again. Turns around back to Gallagher. Gallagher looks up top. Didn't quite get enough on it. Tommy Powell, nice little play around Austin McKenzie as he comes down. And Jack McCoy across to Powell to McCoy to, Jeff Scott lost track of the puck. It actually popped to the side, but there was a golden opportunity there for the Bruins. There was a bit of tic-tac-toe, and no.
That's definitely one that should have gone in. They'll be ruining that opportunity. They had a 3-on-1 and a defensive mistake, meaning that the goalie had to cover 3 players instead of 1. So, Bruins really missed that opportunity there that really should have put the puck in the net.
Yeah, it was Jeff Klink on the back corner there, and puck might have bobbled on him a bit, but that's a chance gone begging. So Matty Anderson up through the middle on the middle left wing as the puck comes through. Andy Ballick meets the puck well and gets a shot on, and well saved by Brian McKenzie. Andrew Erzin looks over to Jacob Lavo as he comes down the left wing. He's met solidly by Jackson Lane, but avoids an interrupting hit as he still kept possession. But Matt Anderson now gets that back over to Andy Ballick, back the other way. Alex Rose is looking to cut him off. Ballick throws it back again, but only as far as maximum. He throws it back up to the blue line, but not out as Jackson Lane sends it over. Sean Jones, shot on net. Oh, bobbers out in front. Andy Ballick is in front there. Couldn't quite get onto it. Jones back to Anderson. Anderson now loses a handle on it. Rose gets the puck. And now it is Jacob Lava stepping over the middle, keeping possession. Nice shot on. Deflected away, sent away into the corner by Robin Rignart. And now the puck comes back out again. Alex Rose. Looking back over here to Jordan Warren. So he'll pick up the puck and he'll be looking at coming through the middle. It's a big unit to try and move as he just wheels around Matt Knox and then Jackson Lane. Drops it back to Kevin Peng. Kevin Peng met solidly by Matt Knox. And Anderson gets it over to McKenzie. McKenzie tries to get through Matchin, but just gets trapped up there. And now Kevin Peng takes possession. Gets a nice little pass to Jordan Warren. Jordan Warren with the hands just moving around, and nice save by Rignarts.
Both teams with some really good scoring opportunities in the last couple of minutes. Both of them very unlucky. Well, maybe unlucky is not the word for it, but some very good creative play, creating opportunities to try and get the puck in the net. Just not quite able to finish it just yet.
Yeah, so here we go. Jordan Warren, the face-off win back to Kevin Peng. He gets a shot down, deflected off Mackenzie. That's Austin. And now Matt Knox uses his body well to protect the puck and win it. So he's looking up through the middle. Great pass to Brendan McDowell on the stretch. And taken down from behind by Matchin. And we have a penalty shot as Brendan McDowell was on the march towards the goals. And as you see there, Matchin just a little ruthlessly takes Brendan McDowell from behind. And all right, so we've got, looks like we've got one each. So we've got a penalty shot and penalties. So we'll get an update on how that turns out.
It certainly seemed a pretty fair call on the penalty shot, that's for sure. It's a blatant trip.
That was a penalty.
Without a doubt.
And I'm not sure what the, I'm not sure, I missed the after party that, yeah, so I'm not sure what was what went on after, but both boys are going to have a sit, but the penalty shot still stands. So let's see what BMAC can do here. Can he bring in MOAT Inferno back to a 2-all game? As Jeff Scott explaining the penalty shot details to Brian McKenzie. So here we go, Brendan McDowell. Goes a bit of pace straight up the rink. And a nice save by Mackenzie. So no fancy stick work from BMAC there. He just went for the pace shot to try and beat him on the blocker side. But Brian Mackenzie was up to it. He was up to the task. So we'll be 4 on 4. 5 on 5 with one each in the box. So we've got a face-off down in the corner there. And another escape by the Bruins. So now they look up to bring the puck up through the middle. So Jeff Klink throws it down into the corner. Jordan Warren will get down there. He gets possession, gets it over to Tommy Powell. Tommy Powell behind the net, brings it back out to Alex Rose. Alex Rose steps into the middle and throws a puck on net. And it bobbled around, but nice little save there and a little bit of push and shove. How would you like a coffee after the game? Yeah, I'll have a latte.
But it was your shout on the beers. Some really creative play there from Inferno, I think, in that last attack. And they were unlucky to end up even with that penalty shot. It was such a great opportunity. And the beautiful vision out of defence on that stretch pass, which completely tore a hole in the Bruins' defence. They just didn't see it coming, and maybe a little bit of frustration boiling over from that.
Well, it's good to see a bit of passion in the game. There's been a couple of good hits. It was a late hit, but that's all right. And a little bit of feeling, which is good. So here comes Matty Anderson. He gets a little drag down by Maxton, but that's let go as the Bruins now through Alex Rose. Loses the handle, spins around, and now Matty Anderson jumps on that one. He's got possession of the puck behind in the scoreboard corner. And looking to move his way through two players, and that will be clear from a hand pass because it's in the defensive end. Todd Cutter looks up for a pass across the middle. Maxon goes to step over, but Andrew Erzin can't get back in time. So we'll have an offside call.
And about halfway through the second period, still a very even game. No team with any clear dominance at the moment. So the third period will be very enthralling. I think it's very even at the moment.
All right, so Trenton Delvine steps up through the middle, throws it across to Jesse Thompson on the right wing. He's got a bit of pressure on him by Kevin Peng, but Peng stays off him a little bit, and now goes in to do the work and gets it out. And the Stevie Ballick in a foot race with Todd Cutter back for the puck, and Steve Ballick wins that one. Met by Todd Cutter into the boards. Birchler comes in to help, comes out to Kevin Peng, who throws one down low. It was a really good shot from the defender, keeping it low. Jackson Lane on the stretch out to Delvine. He couldn't quite get his feet around in time, but he gets a hold of the puck, and now it's, I think it was Jesse Thompson to Brendan McDowell, gets a shot on, but goes across in front. Jackson Lane pinches in, gets a push the puck into the corner. Jacob Laver and Delvine battle in the corner, but it comes out to Kevin Peng. He looks up the middle with a pass, but that's now sent back in by the Inferno and Jesse Thompson onto it, but here we have Jacob Laver again. He gets a bit of pace up, steps over the blue line, gets a shot on and straight into the chest of Robin Rinyarts. So,
Inferno there with a very solid defensive line. That last little Bruins attack really had nowhere to go except wide. There was one skater running into a line of three and doing a very good job of occupying that centre zone as we set up for the defensive zone face-off for Inferno with 10 minutes to go in the second period.
Oh, there we go again. Don't tell me that was Jordan Warren again. Has he gone Hattie in the first 3 goals?
Pretty close to. It was a bit of a soft opportunity in the end. It was just one of those little rebounds that just bobbles up and it's like, oh, well, there it is. I'm just going to stick that puck in the net. Nice when you get them, unless you're a goalie.
Well, you've got to have the hands for it.
Yep. If you're not in the right place, the magic doesn't happen, that's for sure. That's what we teach the kids when they're learning is get shots on and get those dirty rebounds.
Okay, so now Inferno got a bit of work to do. So Sean Jones looking... puck goes in behind the net. Maxim gets it out and Matty Anderson comes through and gets a little accidental trip up. That's not called. Tommy Powell holds onto the puck. Great pass to Jordan Warren along the boards. Warren looks at, gets a nice little toe drag and ends up getting the puck again. Great move by Jordan Warren. Again, steps in, gets a shot on, but that's out wide. Tommy Powell, he's got possession of it. They step off him a bit. Dangerous with the puck. Out to Jordan Warren. Jordan Warren tries to get a shot away, but that was blocked out. So now Matty Campbell for Inferno brings it out to Sean Jones. Sean Jones to McCoy. McCoy steps, brings it back to Sean Jones over the blue line. He delays a little, brings it back to Matt Campbell. Campbell throws it down. Oh, nice little spot there for Jack McCoy, but just couldn't quite get the tip on it. So it comes out to Matt Campbell again. He looks for a shot. It goes up high. Alex Rose off his glove, but Todd Cutter first to get back to it for the Bruins, but well cut off by Andy Ballack. Gets it to Jones, and Jones gets intercepted by Todd Cutter. Oh, well picked off by Jackson Lane. He throws it back in, and Maxim takes possession of that. Gets a little pass over to Erzin, but that misses, and they both go into the end of the rink. Well done by Erzin, gets possession of it. Kevin Peng throws it back into the middle, but and then Erzin in with a shot, and that just goes a bit wide as I think it's McKenzie and Cutter meet in the middle, and then to cover over and another introduction at the front of the net for Todd Cutter and Jackson Lane as we get a face-off.
So Inferno just getting a little bit exposed there with not covering up the slot quite as neat as they'd like to. So that space in front of the net. There's quite a few opportunities there where the Bruins have had some easy rebounds and just a little bit of puck space in front of the net, which the Inferno will need to tidy up. Otherwise, they're going to get more of those little cheap goals against them.
Right, so in an interesting part of the game, 3-1 the Bruins and MOAT. Inferno really need to try and get themselves on the scoreboard and close that gap. They certainly wouldn't want it to widen too much as Cutter comes in, takes the puck off Ballack, throws it back around to Birchall. Birchall gets it out in front. Erzin misses on the shot. Laver gets a shot in, but that was well saved by Robin Rinyarts. Comes through a bit of traffic, but picked the line and made the save.
And as we saw last week, a 2-goal lead is nothing to rest on your heels. You've got to keep the pressure up. It's not enough of a margin to think you've got the game all sewn up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Kevin Peng steps in from D, gets to the face-off shot, gets a shot on, but then brings the puck around behind the net, and then Rinyarts closes up again. Great play by Kevin Peng. He doesn't mind pinching young Kevin. He plays D, but he'll get himself around the net and get a goal-scoring opportunity, which is fine as long as your teammates are very aware of your movements, and then they can cover you when you do pinch forward. So if they're not doing that as a defender, you've got to hold your blue line and not cheat if your teammates aren't going to cover you. So
that's exactly right. It happens all the time, and it's sometimes a good confidence thing, and other times it's a bit of a tactical disaster.
Okay, here we go. So Inferno, Jones over to Anderson, but they couldn't quite get a shot away as the puck is kept in by the Inferno. But Alex Rose, he gets onto that, gets a bit of pressure by Ballack, but that's just a little bit of perceived pressure. And now back to Rose again as the Bruins bring it out through Jordan Warren, the man with the 3 goals for the Bruins, as he gets it across to Tommy Powell. A little backhand pass, bit blind, but he knew there was a Bruin jersey there, but there was also a couple of Inferno ones. So
Bruins doing a really good job of flooding that space and getting players skating across and through the zone. So if you just pop it there, there's a pretty strong chance that the Bruins going to get on it.
all right, so here we go with another face-off in the corner, and Jack McCoy, he'll get onto it first and gets a bit of pressure, but Isaac Norris, he gets a puck around to Todd Cutter. Cutter gets it out to Maxim. So Maxim out to Andy Ballack. He's one-on-one with Alex Rose. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, though, so a nice little pass across to Sean Jones. He gets a shot intercepted by Max, and that comes out to Matty Anderson. Anderson goes back into the corner. Sean Jones gives a protection over to Ballack, and a shot by Matty Anderson, well saved by Brian McKenzie. That was a good little setup there. It was a good opportunity for Inferno, just not quite able to finish the job at the end there. So nice little pass from Ballack out to Anderson, and Brian McKenzie was just able to close the opportunity on him.
They did a good job of getting in behind that Bruins line of defence, and once they get through there, the opportunities in front of the net start to pop up.
All right, so here the Bruins come out again, but Andy Ballack cuts that off. Todd Cutter brings that one back, and Maxim gets a puck out to Isaac Norris. At his feet, though, so hard to handle. A nice little pass from McDowell over to Gallagher. Gallagher gets hassled out of it by Maxim. Well done, gets a puck to push back down in behind the knee again. Kevin Peng. He up and down, and then now the Brenny McDowell comes out with it, passes it out to Jackson Lane. Shot on as a deflection up high, and we'll have a face-off down low.
So Inferno just picking up in the last couple of minutes. They've had a bit more of the play and some fairly aggressive attacking play there. So managing to get past what is normally a pretty solid defensive line from Inferno. The Bruins are doing a good job of collapsing back and creating a line that's hard to get through. Inferno managing to find some gaps.
All right, so a little shot on there. Oh, stretch pass out, well picked off by Jackson Lane. The Tommy Powell was playing the experience card there as the puck comes out to Austin McKenzie. He steps over the blue line, gets a shot on wide, nice and hard, brings it around to Logan Gallagher, and that's come out again. So Stevie Ballack cuts that off, but comes out through the middle. Tommy Powell with a nice play by Tommy Powell. He looks up, but he'll take a shot and scores! Tommy Powell breaks the run of Jordan Warren goals for the Bruins, and he has gone longside on Robin Rinyards.
You could see there how he caught Rinyards with a dummy pass and just faking him to the other side, and Rinyards not quite sure where to look, and then a rip, in it goes.
So that, with a couple of minutes, just over 2 minutes to go in the second, 4-1 lead to the Bruins. So here we go, Inferno. Let's see if they can get one back before the end of the period, as Matt Anderson tries to do a bit of it on his own as he gets a puck in. Andy Ballack, well played, gets it back to Anderson. Anderson comes around, tries to squeeze it in there, but there's a bit of traffic on the doorstep of Brian McKenzie, but there's nothing to see here. Move on.
That's certainly what the Inferno needs at this point. They've got to change the momentum of this game a little bit. It doesn't look like the scoreboard reflects the way the game's been going for the last 10 minutes. The two teams much more evenly matched, but Inferno have just got to find some way to put that puck in the strings.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a problem for Inferno for the season. They haven't scored a lot of goals.
Missing their one of their major playmakers tonight with Hector Vajelnik. I think that's how you pronounce his name anyway. But yeah, Hector not being here tonight is a bit of a problem for the Inferno, just with that creative playmaking that he does in attack.
All right, so here we go. Sean Jones looking to try and square one up again as the puck comes in behind. But Jacob Laver cuts that off and chips that down to Andrew Erzin. Andrew Erzin cuts back in the middle, and nice shot by Andrew Erzin. And he slots that one through for the Bruins, and that is not what the Inferno
Certainly not
needed.
what the Inferno needed at this point. Mr. Rinyards is not looking very happy at the moment. So there's been a couple of those quick breaks, and that's where the risk is in hockey. If you get a quick breakaway and an unmarked player shooting on the goalie, it's a huge risk, and Bruins taking full advantage of it.
There's probably not enough pressure on Andrew Erzin there as he came in to take that shot. It was just made it a little bit too easy for him to size up where Rignards was with no screen, but he was able to shoot short side, and that makes it a 5-1 game. That is starting to get difficult for the Inferno as Erzin again likes his chances and decides to have another shot, and that was right on the buzzer. So that is the end of the second period. That is a great finish to the period by the Bruins. The Inferno, they've got a bit of work to do, so we'll be back after the ice cut of the second period, and for the third, see if the MOAT Inferno can bring themselves back into the game.
I'm a king of the bits, they never seen this before. I gotta give them the script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Let's go. Time is a goal, it's where my mind is. I got my both eyes on the goal, I'm turning the top.
Hockey is made of many things. Of early morning practices and cold rinks. Sticks and skates. Fresh sheets of ice and scuffed boards. Of grit and guts. Passion and power. Performance and precision. It's made of crushing physicality and split-second agility. Of generation after generation of lacing up, raising the cup, and not once giving up. We've always been, and always will be, true to this game. And this game doesn't demand much, just everything you've got. CCM.
script, yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go. Time is a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Nico, good try. Riley! Good try. Good job, Tom.
Yeah, I'm a king of the bits. They never seen this before. Woo! I gotta give them the script. Yeah, I gotta leave them in awe. You know who they call when it's evil involved. I'm right in the store, the bigger they fall. Feeling like I've been defeating the all. Hands up like we asking for more. Yeah, let's go. Time is a goal. It's where my mind is. Right. I got my both eyes on the goal. I'm turning the top.
Hockey is made of many things. Of early morning practices and cold rinks. Sticks and skates. Fresh sheets of ice and scuffed boards. Of grit and guts. Passion and power. Performance and precision. It's made of crushing physicality and split-second agility. Of generation after generation of lacing up, raising the cup, and not once giving up. We've always been, and always will be, true to this game. And this game doesn't demand much. Just everything you've got CCN.
Folks, we are back for period 3 of our first game of round 6 as the Bruins hold a, I'll say, commanding 5-1 lead over the MOAT Inferno. Inferno got a bit of work to do as the goalies get themselves set for the start of the third period. We'll have Jordan Warren and Matt Knox up against each other in the face-off. And all right, we've got to delay a game from the outset for the Bruins for not getting out on time. So one will go in the box.
They're not happy about the lights at the moment, apparently. There we go. Lights are on.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, might have been a bit hasty.
So Inferno just lost a little bit the last 5 minutes of the last period, but with a bit of luck after the long break, they can get their head screwed back on.
Maybe Jeff's looking to get Inferno back into the game as well. He wants a bit of exciting game to call, so thought he'd give on to the Bruins just to start things off with. No, that's not true. All right, well done to Jackson Lane. Squeezing down through the boards. Andrew Erzin cuts him off. Austin McKenzie in a nice little spot for a shot. Oh, well saved by Brian McKenzie. It pops out to the corner, and that gets cleared out by Andrew Erzin. And now Stevie Ballick goes back and picks it up. Nice fresh sheet of ice, so the Boars will be able to move the puck around nice and quickly, as Matt Knox is showing as he comes and steps up over the blue line into the offensive zone. And they'll look to bring the puck out to Jackson Lane up top. He gets a bit of pressure from Birchler, but he sends it back into Knox. Knox mishandles a little, but matching onto him. And now it goes in behind the net. Swings around and well kept in by Stevie Ballick. He looks across and throws one in. Oh, Matt Knox, a little tap on it. Brings it back out behind. And now Austin McKenzie. He gets a bit of pressure from Matchin and comes back into the middle again. And the Bruins bring it out through Max. Good pressure by Matt Knox. He loses an edge, but now Brendan McDowell gets it forward. Jacob Laver cuts off, steps over the blue line, and wastes a little bit of time. Birchler goes down in the corner with Jackson Lane, gets possession of the puck. Brendan McDowell comes in, but Laver again onto it, but McDowell. Nice little move around Birchler. Gets up through the middle, and Matt Anderson just pokes it out there. Austin McKenzie, he goes out wide, throws it in. Oh, nice and low, but that was swung around. Jack McCoy picked that up on the blue line. Austin McKenzie steps into the middle. Another shot on Madison. That was blocked off and poked in again by McCoy, but McDowell throws it into the corner. Sean Jones back around to Matt Anderson. Matt Anderson looking out for a nice little pass in front of the net. There it goes, but blocked off by the Bruins and Rose. So Isaac Norris picks up the puck, and the Bruins are back to full strength. As Jordan Warren steps out of the box, it was a delay of game that he sat, so not his personal penalty. We got an offside.
Yeah, some good constructive play there by Inferno in that first little bit, almost a bonus penalty that they got. Some good shots down low and some attempts at a tip in on the net. So just a bit of puck luck, and they get one back, but it hasn't happened yet.
All right, I needed to score one goal at a time to pull in a deficit. So here comes Matty Anderson out to Trenton Delvine. Delvine steps over the blue, looks over to Ballick, but well cut off by Matchin. And Jordan Warren comes up through the left wing, and he gets cut off a bit, and we got a call on Delvine. It was an accidental high stick. Got it up a bit high and caught Jordan Warren. So Trenton Delvine is going to have a rest for a couple of minutes. I don't think there was any intention in that one from Trenton, but nevertheless, he got him high.
You've got to pay for the consequences of what you do, even if you didn't mean it. It's a fair call.
Absolutely. So now the Bruins, with a chance to extend their lead, the Inferno have got to be, they're going to have to be very good on the penalty kill here. and keep the Inferno out.
Inferno haven't had that many penalty kills this game so far. It'll be interesting to see how they put it together and if they can keep the Bruins from scoring.
Oh, nice little well hit by Jackson Lane on Kevin Peng there as he tried to squeeze it around him. Puck comes out to Jordan Warren. He steps up high, throws a source pass out to been Matchin, I think, and then Jordan Warren gets a shot on. Puck's bobbling up in front, but cleared away by the Inferno. As it comes down to McKenzie. McKenzie gets it to Matchin. He gets a little flick over to Warren. So Jordan Warren gets through the middle. Good pressure by Sean Jones, but Warren just stepping around. But the slick ice in the third period is just catching a few out. They've got to play like it's the start of the game and not push on the puck too hard when they're wanting to keep possession of it.
This little accidental shot into the benches doesn't count as a delay of the game, but it does delay the game. So it's handy if you're trying to run down that penalty clock. About a minute left to go on the penalty kill.
All right, so face-off win by the Bruins gives them possession. Out to Alex Rose up high. He looks over to the captain, Tommy Powell. Tommy Powell steps over to the middle. Alex Rose ducks him down. A nice little shot by Powell is cut off, and now Matty Anderson brings it down over the middle. He'll try and play around with it a bit and waste a bit of time as he takes it down into the corner. So he's wasting the clock, which is well done, and gets a little backhand shot on. But now the Bruins step away. Maxim gets a shot out, and that's, looks like back feet were over, but not called. And Toddy Cutter with a shot on net goes over the top. And now Sean Jones throws it around, cut off by Maxim, keeps it in. Tom Powell puts it in behind the net. Jeff Klink brings it out to Rose. Rose, nice little turn. Looking up top now, looking for someone to give the puck to. He takes a shot, and that's blocked off. And now Delvine's out of the box. So Delvine cuts off, but the Bruins win the puck back. So Maxim and Cutter play a little bit of tennis, and now the puck thrown back down again. We've got an icing as Evan Kristalatis.
A good disciplined penalty kill there from the Inferno. They managed to control the puck and even get a decent counter-attack on that. It's always an embarrassing thing to have a short-handed goal scored against you, and that's what they were trying to do. But they did a particularly good job in the first instance of just running the clock down and shoving the puck down the other end. But sooner or later, they're going to need to take some more risks. They've got a lot of goals to claw back, and they can't afford to play a conservative game anymore. They're going to have to throw caution to the wind fairly soon and take more risks, which opens them up to more scoring opportunities. But if they don't take those risks, then they're certainly not going to be able to pull back this deficit.
Got a bit of confusion here with, I think, one of the linesmen's calling one of the players, thought he was off and came on, but I think he might have already been on, so it'll stay as is. So we go again. The puck goes back into the corner from Jesse Thompson, and Inferno through Logan Gallagher is trying to keep it in, but that's brought out by the Bruins, and now Matt Campbell. He steps onto it. He's going to get hit hard by Jordan Warren, and that might hurt in the morning. So Jordan Warren now picks up the puck, and Jackson Lane, no, Stevie Bellick sized up Jordan Warren, but now Matt Anderson tries to get around, but we've got a bit of a high hit there. He got the elbow on Matt Campbell. So, and now he's got a 2 and a 10, and he's got another. So I think Daniel Matchin might be going to have a shower. As he,
yeah, that's it. He's been sent off.
It doesn't matter what the penalty is, and it doesn't matter how you, if you don't agree with it. But if you keep blowing up the ref, he's got a whistle, and that's like playing paper scissors rock with, and the ref's got dynamite.
It's not a bad way of putting it, Russ. But yeah, it's certainly that little bit of ill discipline on the part of the Bruins will cost them dearly from one of their major playmakers. Just a bit of rush ahead. You know, the referee makes a call, you just nod your head, smile, and take it as it is. Otherwise, you do yourself and your team a significant disservice. We're about to get underway now.
All right, so I think he might add a 2, a 10, and a 10. So that's one way to get yourself on the top of one of the leading stats.
He'll be up there with Jamie. Now, the interesting thing there is, did that happen in the last 10 minutes of the game? Because if it did, that gets him an automatic game suspension. But we're just after 9 minutes. And
All right. No, well, I think it does anyway, Carl, because 2 majors in a game will give you a game suspension.
well, he won't be here for next week as well.
No.
It's some pretty bad discipline on his part. He'd be unhappy with himself once he get a chance to cool down.
So the calls ended up being a 2 and then a 10 and a 20. So that's match penalty stuff. So anyway, so here we go. Jack McCoy, looking to get the Inferno with on the score sheet. Tommy Powell goes back, picks it up, gets a bit of pressure from Brendan McDowell, and he's bombarded by a few Inferno players down there as puck is won out by the Inferno. As Brendan McDowell looks up to Austin McKenzie with the pass, and Austin keeps it in front of him, chips it back in again, and now against the boards it comes out, and Brendan McDowell plays back to Matt Anderson. So
only about 35 seconds to go on this man advantage for Inferno.
So Matt Anderson weaving his way through the middle of the rink, passes over to Austin McKenzie. Austin McKenzie gets it down in the corner, gets it to Anderson. Anderson to McCoy. McCoy looking through the middle, gets it over to Brendan McDowell, but just couldn't quite get a handle on it. Brings it back out again to Jones. Jones puts it back down in the corner, B-Mac. B-Mac looks to square up with a shot. Good pressure by Max. Max gets stops B-Mac from getting that pass through the middle into a loose Inferno player. So well done by the young fella.
And on the drop of the puck, that'll be the end of the penalty. So another successful penalty kill by the Bruins. It takes them up to about a 92% penalty kill average. They're doing extraordinarily well with that kill. And the Inferno need to get some goals, and they need to get them quick if they're to win this game.
All right, well, there's a chance. Good shot by Jackson Lane. Oh, the puck was bobbling, and the referee, Jeff Scott, has called it down. And Andy Ballack is not happy with that call at all. So I don't think he's going to change his mind. I don't think he'll drop the puck on the ground and say, OK, play on.
Well, Ross, we were saying we wanted some passion, and we're starting to see it.
All right, so Kevin Peng looking to get the puck out of the zone, and we got a
It's
call.
a pretty fair call on that trip, I think. I would have called it.
I don't know. Was it? Is he called it a trip, or is he called it
Trip or a hook, one of the two.
Okay, trip it is. We'll get the advantage of having a replay, and the players don't. And we'll just see. We'll see how that played out. But he may or may not have. May have dropped himself initially. Not sure. But Jeff Scott obviously saw something that he believed warranted a penalty. So we've got a timeout at the moment, and I think the Inferno may have called that one. Doesn't look like we're going to get a replay of that penalty, but to the naked eye, it sort of looked like Kevin Peng was. I don't know whether he was on his way down or he sort of made it. He was trying to avoid the hit and put himself into a vulnerable position that he then got collected as a trip. But either way,
that's the benefit of you. Those of you watching it from home, you can get on your YouTube little scrolly wheel and wind it back and have a look and see exactly what happened and play it in slow motion and ring us up and let us know.
Will we give him your number, Carl?
No, I don't think I want fan mail. The timeout's over and we're about to resume with the Inferno now with the penalty. Sorry, the penalty kill to have to do, which is not going to help their cause with 6.5 minutes and a 4-goal deficit. They're up against it now.
I think at this sort of stage of the game, A, you want to kill the penalty, and secondly, you want to try and limit the damage for the remaining 5 minutes or so that you'll have of even play hockey. So here we go with Steve Bellick around the net for the Inferno. He throws it out, so that's one clearance out of the defensive end for the Inferno. So Rose across to Maxim. Maxim gets it to Norris, but Norris and Matty Anderson lurking around the blue line. He's good at this little part where, nice little play by Matt Knox. It just couldn't quite get a stick on the shot. Max a little check from behind for Matty Anderson. Knox squeezes himself through, and Max doesn't mind throwing his body, which is good to see from the young fella. He's not scared at all. Puck bobbling around. Matty Anderson steps in. Oh, and that's gone in. Matty Anderson scores the short-handed goal.
And that's exactly the sort of high-risk play that the Inferno needed to do. They threw three players forward on a penalty to try and create a numerical advantage and flood the Bruins' defence, and they've succeeded in getting through after beating their heads against that penalty kill all day.
This is very, very interesting. Oh, boy. Jeff Scott was on the spot, and you can just see as the puck pops up, it's he's called it a goal. That is a hard call to make, but I tell you, he was right there. So I reckon he's seen it way better than what we've been able to see on the replay there, because there's certainly an argument for it to have crossed the line before Brian McKenzie put a glove on it. So all right, so here we go. So Inferno bring it back. It's a 3-goal deficit. There's 4 minutes 50 to go, and now they're back to full strength with Evan Kruslev back onto the rink. So let's see what Inferno can do in the next few minutes. So now Jack McCoy gets possession for Inferno.
We're going to need to see more of that very aggressive throw caution to the wind play from the Inferno, and they're certainly doing that. They're pushing the D up further in attack. It does leave them vulnerable, of course, but that's a risk they have to take at this point.
All right, so now Jordan Warren gets the puck back. Nice little pass out to Birchler. Birchler. I think the Bruins would probably be best to, well, not best to, but they're certainly in their favour to just keep possession of the puck and waste a bit of time. Oh, well done by Jack McCoy on Tommy Power there, but he still couldn't get the puck off him. And now into the other corner, Matt Knox. He gets the puck back. So looking up the stretch. Oh, that would have been spot on, but Sean Jones gets back to the puck first, and Jacob Laver in pursuit. Jones gets it back to McCoy. McCoy, he steps in, takes a shot, gets off the side of the net. Back to Jones and then to McCoy, and now it bobbles out. Jeff Klink throws it around to Laver. Laver will be looking to get it out. Doesn't quite. Matt Anderson pins it up against the boards. Jack McCoy, he puts it down back into the corner again, and Matt Anderson steps around from behind. Gets it out in front. Oh, and a great shot by Matt Knox, and that brings it back to a 2-goal game with 3:20 left. They are back in the game, Carl.
Yeah, I think the Bruins just a little bit complacent there with a little bit of excessive puck handling, and in a game of contact hockey, you can't do that because someone's just going to knock the puck off and knock you over in the process, and that's what we saw.
Unmanned Matt Knox out in front, which again, as you say, Carl, a little bit of maybe lapse of concentration, or we're pretty right, boys, we've got this one. But now Inferno with their tails up as Jackson Lane now steps over the blue line and gets a shot on to Brian McKenzie, and that's covered up. A little bit of meeting of the minds at the front of the net, but they've got a pep in their step, and that's certainly they're certainly coming home strong.
That's what they needed to be doing over the first 10 minutes of this period. They've kind of found their spark, but it's taken a little bit too long. It might be too late with just under 3 minutes to play. I've been wrong on that before. I'm happy to be wrong on it again.
All right, so Bruins clearing it out, and Robin Rignouts comes out to plays it, so there's no icing. Nice little puck handle up to the blue line to Brendan McDowell. Brendan McDowell looks across to it's like Steve Bellick, is it?
Yep, Steve Bellick.
Steve Bellick getting the pressure from Erzin, and now over to McDowell. McDowell puts it out in front of who we got here, Jackson Lane. He steps over with pace as Maxon tries to cut him off. Bellick goes over to Rose. Little bit of bump on him. Bellick over to McKenzie. McKenzie looks, puts it out in front of the net. The puck's out there, but Brendan McDowell couldn't get a bit on it. But Todd Cutter's off to the races. Stevie Bellick looked labouring then, like he was injured. But well done by Robin Rignouts as he closes that one up. And just off those first few steps, I think it looked like Stevie Bellick, he might have been off step a little and just was trying to crawl him back a bit.
What was happening there was the Inferno were doing exactly what they needed to, which was throw all their players forward into the right up close to the net. And when that does happen, if the puck does bobble out the back, then that's when you get those quick breakaways, which the Bruins got, and Rignouts did a good job of shutting it out. But it's exactly what the Inferno need to do. They've got to throw caution to the wind and throw everyone up the ice and just see what happens.
Well, with 2 goals down, 2 goals down, 1 minute 50 remaining. When do they bring Robin to the net, to the bench? Sorry.
It's one of those interesting questions. Usually within the last 2 minutes, a lot of teams leave it to the last minute, but
they've got 2 goals. They've got
it's
2
not
goals
enough
to recover.
That's right. They need more. So I'd pull him now. There he goes.
So Jack
Yep.
McCoy over to Matt Knox. Oh, he just tried to kick it forward, but couldn't quite get a piece on it. And they try and clear it out, but it's kept in by Jackson Lane. But now puck's bobbling around. Norris gets it out, and it's out of the area. But Matt Knox, he steps back in again, and that's clear. And Inferno keeping hold. Now they'll have to reset. So Jackson Lane, he's looking over to Jones. Jones, nice little chip over to, gets it over to Matty Anderson. So now they've got to look to set up a little as the puck comes across again. Jack McCoy, he steps into it. Sends it round behind the net. Sean Jones. Sean Jones out to Matty Anderson. Oh, it just bobbles on him. It just bobbled on him. He could have had a shot on Birchler. Birchler steps over. He's looking over to the net, but chips it into the corner. Smart play. Gets it now over. Oh, clutches an edge there, Jack McCoy, and puts himself into the boards. Sean Jones drops it back for for Logan Gallagher. Gallagher brings it around, and Anderson's got a hold of it. Goes back down to Jones. Jones looking up to the middle. Puts it down in front. That's cut off by Laver, but again, the Inferno. Jones onto it again. Gets it out to Matty Anderson. Anderson steadying it down. Throws a shot in, but that's blocked by Birchler. Now a shot in. Oh, puck's in front of the net, but cleared out by the Bruins. And now out to the top in the blue line. Laver steps down, picks it up. He'll be looking to get it out, but he's met by Sean Jones. And now the puck goes out. Tommy Powell just waltzes in and pops it away just before the buzzer. And that'll make it 6-3.
Well, the Inferno did exactly what they had to do there in the last 2 minutes. They pulled the goalie and threw caution to the wind, and that's what could happen. But they made a number of really good opportunities to score across the front. Very unlucky not to have it happen. And that winds it all up. Inferno higher on the shot count, 32-27 to the Bruins, but the Bruins got those fast breaks and opportunities in front of the net, which really Inferno paid for with a few defensive lapses and mistakes.
Well, it ended up entertaining right towards the end there, Carl. It certainly had a flat spot through the middle in that second period when the Bruins took control. But the Inferno showed what they're capable of.
Yep.
And so there's a bit for them to take into the last 3 rounds. And they've just got to get themselves a couple of wins, a win or 2, and they'll be in finals contention. So that's it for game 1 of round 6, and the Bruins having a 6-3 win over the MOAT Inferno. We'll be back very shortly for game 2, which will be the CCM Dogs versus the